I don't want to. I don't want to be live. But here we are. Alas. Oh, you know what? I'm predicting, let's see. I think I can guess the channel, but I'll hold back. And the other person who you'd think has far more better to do, they get together, joke, "What's up, C Fouls? Let me do one of these for you." You remember that time that one of these? It's to me now, like, I will only refer to it as thus, and I hope that you guys know who and what I'm referring to. The gayest channel with the gayest host in the YouTube world. They're gonna probably react to me and have like an hour skit about how my shirt is stretched out. Holy jeez, God, what happened there with that shirt? Let's just talk about that. Right, C Files? That's what I'm saying, man. This is how I rock. All right, no cap. No cap. That's how I get the ladies with these non V-neck wide open shirts here. So that's enough of that. What can I say? All right, since Upchurch made it clear. Oh God, like getting right into it, man. Not even a little foreplay. By the way, hope all has been well. C Files, I look forward to the next open panel. I don't know where this one's going, honestly. Like maybe I'll open up the panels, although I'm scarred, I'm nervous. Oh God, who knows what'll happen? And I did my fair share of sleuthing. The first thing I did this morning was watch Gotcha Man's video, and he makes a very good point. He's an individual, like, I know it's been called into question, and I'm glad that he addressed it, that he's tired of it. He makes his content. He's great at editing. He did that whole split thing where he's talking to himself in the same frame. Like, that takes some work. Kudos and props to Gotcha Man and his messaging. I like his whole spoofing, parody, humor, and the way it gets under the skin of the tweak squatters. And props to whoever is rocking my okay word. Let's see if I can check that. Let me give props to the person that's wearing my account and going around to other channels. Trust me, I do have a good guess, but I don't waste too much time on the guessing. This is a part of what YouTube does. And you can't really get too upset when the internet does what the internet does. So I seen my own account. Thank you again to those that support me or that just like to have some form of discourse. I do appreciate it. Yeah, I know. We got that little hotline. Keep it on the DL. Yeah, really? Okay, word. I appreciate that. So somebody's wearing my account and like they're going to Uncle Dubs and like trying to insult him. What's up, Shep? God bless, bro. A person like Dub who just put out one of the most fantastic apps for country rap music, like the things he broke it down. I get it. I know Tweak Squad has their targets and they take advantage of whatever they can to make something perceived in the way they want it perceived, right? And let's see where the case goes. It gets very contentious. He's, I think, proven a pretty good point, but I guess the Glazers and all the others. I don't know. It's hard to decipher when it comes to Creek Squad who's still just Creek Squad and who starts to fall into the category of total crack squad. I guess the ones that are so busy just making alt after alt. And I'll give props to this channel, Mr. Vilified. We couldn't disagree anymore on anything regarding his approach to the Ryan Upchurch conspiracy world. But he said one thing that I appreciate, and Churchy even shared it. And Church, here, since you like to jump in my chat when I have like nobody here, let me hide this. Thanks, Nuggy, for that little beat of wisdom. Church, do you really like what was so bad that I was saying? I didn't even go after you, attack you, slander you. That's your thing. That's your department, Mr. Churchy Poo. You like to go after people and do the whole doing slanderisms. I just would comment and confirm that you could not get away with using "it's just bots that don't like me" when I would go and confirm for myself that they weren't bots. Is that what was so hurtful? So there's one thing I did want to do, which is see this for the first time. I like some fresh reacts, right? And props, damn it, C-Files. What can I say? I'm jealous, okay? You made actual content. You weren't just reacting to something and talking over it. I think it was the nefarious, infamous Stiff Richard. I haven't seen him around. Hoping he drops on by. I know you're with some of the channels that relay when I'm live. Thanks for that. You get one of these too. So let's see, Mr. Choichi. What do you got? Doing researchisms. Oh my God, does Church or UMG, like the whatever team he works with that helps independent artists? So I can't confirm if it's Upchurch that's like striking me anytime I use any bit of his music, or if it's like independently UMG or CMG or whatever, AFLGBTQIA. Every time I use just 2 seconds, boom, they're like, "Yep, if you're making revenue, it's ours. Don't worry, you're ineligible to make money," which, good thing I don't give a shit. But every time, I have like 4 snapshots of that shit. Churchy, why do I can't be scaring you, right? Just and you engage with me, it's just jaw dropping. Anyway, all right, what's all this? Because Gotcha Man made me curious. I wanted to see the footage for myself.
You know how they say our county slogan is, if you can't beat them, cheat them. You know who you can't cheat? Cheat them. After sitting here and writing all this out, the people, the places, the times, busting out, a bunch of other shit, objects they've given me, things they've said, even down to emails from these people. Every single payout percentage. This is pretty heavy.
Oh my God, he has printed out emails. Somebody calls. I've heard through the grapevine of the YouTube streets. Is it true or untrue? Can I get a clarification now? That's why I pulled out the cell phone so I could maybe somewhat be involved in the chat. I hate his fucking name. I am not a fan and we are not friends, but Gay D, did somebody swat him? Like, did that really happen? True or false? Did he just make that post for attention? Because I know he loves attention, by God. But I don't know. Please feel free to enlighten me in the chat. Apple Creek is what you, dude. Who the F is Apple Creek? Like, I don't know where Upchurch gets these stuff. You know what? Don't even ask. He attracts the stalkers and he approves as long as they do positive PR. But when they go a little crazy, he'll still utilize that to his advantage and report how everybody's out to get him and then make a song about it. So the next one, I mean, hey, I didn't take this one from Gotcha Man, but I like how he's going with this. The next song, this is the beginning of Ryan Upchurch going through, doing filing and going through, NDAs. You can bet your ass that next Creek Squad banger is going to be, I'm looking through documents, cuz. And since I don't know, like, good songs, I can't really, like, rap an Upchurch S song. But we can make an AI version of that on Stuck in the Middle. So, all right, Upchurchy. Who needs all those NDAs? Like, I watched ACAL say, like, dude, the only time I've ever, like, used my signature is, for this, that had nothing to do with this shit. Is this paranoia or is it my ignorance to someone being on his level? And I don't mean the level of severe superpowers that one gets after insufflating a lot of Adderall. I mean, just, being Upchurch. Superpowers.
This is one of many boxes.
Yo, what's up, OG? Good to see you here. Nola. ACAL's, what? Really? ACAL's disgusting? I like his messages. Like, I like his side stuff. I've heard a couple songs I like, but nothing that's like, oh man, this is so badass. This is just, I when it comes to, I guess, this genre, I got one video that I loved, and it covers a lot of the beefing in one. I like when I guess they beef because sometimes it can bring out the best of the artist when they feel really challenged. You know, it dogged Drake. Somehow he survived, but you know that's an example. Tupac, Biggie, you know.
Of documentation. Of what kind? All kinds. NDAs.
Yeah, okay. I heard about the Sausage Castle, the ACOUT thing. I I don't even know what to say. I mean, that looks like kind of frat guy kind of shit, right? Like, I don't know. Look, at my age, when I hang out with friends, there's no getting naked time or anything. Um, so yeah, shit, what the fuck? I got nothing. But what I'm not gonna do is like that one picture is not going to, because I know what Tweak Squad and please remember, I do make a distinction between fans who can be fans yet are not afraid to call out whatever they want to without fear of retribution, because that's like being in a cult. And if you are and you dig that shit and you police what other people think and you don't like if they something that's critical of something that you like, you know, then that's when I go, okay, Tweak Squad, Crack Squad. So there is still remnants of Creek Squad there, as long as you're not afraid to say what you want to say. So I know what Tweak Squad wants. They want that picture to be enough to be like, oh God, look, so creepy. You know, it's a bunch of dudes and there's a chick and there's a picture of, you know, what the fuck. That's not enough to just cancel this man and you know, respectfully, I don't think it's also enough to be like, oh, you know, like no laws are being broken. I don't know if it's a Diddy party or anything, so I can't speculate. But that's where I land and stay until more comes out. Although if ew, but I'm not looking at any fucking pictures. I'll listen or hear reactions. What disturbs me more is BX Beast Boy getting paid by Upchurch for a fucking documentary, and it's supposed to be the other way around. Don't forget that. Documentarians pay the subject because they're passionate about it. So when you have the subject paying the documentarians, it's fucking PR, okay? It's buy my next song. It's look at everything from my perspective. Okay, that's brainwash. That's doing brainwashingism.
People who've been to the ranch. More NDAs. People who've been to the ranch. More NDAs. People who've been to the ranch. Also, they're labeled.
That's a lot of NDAs, man. Is that okay? So am I just completely ignorant to that level of, or being in that kind of world? Is it really like that? Like, because that sounds awfully depressing. See, I don't know. I've not been friends with celebrities. The closest I've been is in concerts, and God, you know what? I once got all the autographs from Head PE, aka Head Planet Earth. That's an old heavy metal band from back in the day, and I loved that shit. I also got all the 92 Jets autographs on a football and lost that shit. Thanks, Mom. But yeah. Anyway.
Familiar names, who they are. Unfamiliar names. One NDA in here has 3 full names on one form.
I wonder what that's like to see somebody or invite somebody to your home and be like, I don't know you, but hey, nothing weird or anything. You have to sign this non-disclosure agreement. I hope there's a difference between like, hey, this is a business meeting, which is when I would assume that maybe like or song talk that would have to be, unless this is just somebody that's that paranoid. Therefore, that being the case, maybe this isn't so crazy to see. But dear God, I mean, it's wild. This is the first time I'm getting the look from the outside, so maybe I'm being too damn judgy.
It is the file on top. Y'all fucking went the wrong one. Remember that last guard?
No, sweetie, it's always a pleasure to see you, dear. Sorry I missed the channel on Sunday. I worked my ass off.
I fired. Here's a file all about him. Where he's from, where he went to school, why I fired him, the last vehicle he had, what make, what model, what color, his old neighbors, every phone he's ever had, every fucking email address. Hell, I even got every single piece of paperwork from when my daughter was born that had a fucking error on it. Highlighted. You fucking with the
What's up with the whole did he dox like the wrong person? What was that? I shared a picture of him doxing. So this is again. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. Okay, there's a couple things I want to clarify real quick. Bear with me. Stupid Microsoft is defaulted. I'm gonna go to my own posts real quick, and because I shared them. View my channel. Ew, Progressive Patriot is live. Forget that. Okay, first, let's get a laugh. You want to laugh? I want to laugh. Let's. And if you can't relate to this, then we can't be friends. Check this out first. Oh, I'm gonna get. You can't use this music. That's gonna happen because Upchurch just doesn't like. He wants to silence me entirely. Doing hitmanisms. My dream would be this fucking stressful. You're the one that started this beat and then aborted it. Then you crossed the line, I mean you probably snorted it. Now we doing propaganda cause my fan base is cultic. We're authentic to replicate it, got us played up trying to sculpt it. His vision's homo motives and about me beating Cupid a culprit. I never waste an arrow, only big game ugly. You used to be my brother from another mother. Did you fuck me with no room? Didn't even wear a rubber. Then you trust me. E-Fouls, just you see this dude's like side face? I thought that was you at first. I was like, what the fuck?
That's it. I gotta diss somebody. I gotta fucking diss somebody. You can't make country rap the way I make country rap. You sound like a bunch of crap. Make country rap sound like a bunch of crap. Who should this be about?
So I forget how I got that link, but thank you. I think it was a lady named Bianca. That's the channel, Bianca. All right, I saw a comment that thank you, Shep. Let me see what you got here. He docs a completely different Ryan Upchurch, different age and middle name because he thought B-Luz bought someone a house in his name, then sent people there to beat everyone in the house. So that's the picture that I'm alluding to, and that's why I ended up here. Let me hit the back button. See, so come on. All right, let me make an appeal. Let me make it serious or something, right? Let's make it real serious. This is how this is how celebrities or entire squads and fan bases take you seriously if you wear the shades indoors. So listen, where's the accountability for someone that you really, really like / appreciate when it comes to doing something like this? Okay, because I titled it simply accountability. Now, say what you will, whether you absolutely hate my existence, which, hey, that exists. People don't like me, and no one is ever universally loved. I say that a lot, and I have learned and grown to accept that. Some people, though, the reasoning, that can't quite compute. The panel's open. Just don't porn bomb me, please. I'm pretty damn. I'm very familiar with where that source came from, but I digress. So when the person that you admire has done this more than once, doxes an innocent human being with a family, just a working class fella, for no other reason than that he shared the same fucking name as your highness over here, and then goes as far as, oh, look, it's the platform I'm blocked from, because if I wasn't, I would have at least said a few things, but apparently words are scary to King Upchurch. Something about accountability. He really hates that word. So I put it in all caps here. Just not his thing. So, fan base, the true Creek Squad, not the tweakers, the glazers, and the simps. Why? No, sincerely, why is it so problematic to just speak the truth when you know in your heart of hearts, when you know in your gut something is wrong? This is wrong. When somebody has the reach that someone like Sir Churchy Boy here, Churchy Poo, does, you have to keep him in check because he doesn't have anybody around him but yes men. And the Gobbler, the Bishop of Crack Squad, he's not going to make a video like Ryan, like he used to, because now he's OJD, nothing more. Now they force fed him into Creek Squad, and the real Creek Squad is completely split. F Dagburn for life, and he's not such a bad guy because Upchurch said so, and I don't think for myself. But where are the real ones that stand up and say, yo, man, I am a fan. I'm still a fan, despite everything, despite the lawsuits, all of them, more incoming. I heard Ripto wants to sue him now. Slander cases are terribly hard, but it's wrong to dox people, especially people that are not involved in this YouTube shit. Did he apologize? Because as far as I know, Ryan Upchurch has not apologized for a single thing in his life. And I've only been watching for 4 years. Thank you, C-Files, for having Dusty comment in your 2-hour documentary about cults and Creek Squad was accurately depicted, as well as Jim Jones, Charles Manson, and BJ Investigates. I got a comment from someone that's both a supporter here and a supporter there. I appreciate the insight, but I don't like anything that I have learned about Miss BJ Investigates. You're creepy and you do the same shit Upchurch does, where you tell your people you are God's chosen one to some degree. You're destined for great things. So already you're putting yourself on this pedestal and making it even harder, more challenging for anyone that feels smaller than you to speak out when somebody does something. Error is human, okay? But when you find yourself in a position to be afraid to remind a fellow human being, remember, we're all to some degree on the same level. We all bleed red, okay? We're all trying to get by. Use that thing that unifies us to help you not be afraid to call some shit out. And this is wrong. This is just downright wrong. You should be ashamed of yourself. And I know this is going to get me flack and trolled and all the things that come with, I don't know why, telling the truth. Yes, I'm calling out Upchurch again. I'm using my small little platform compared to him. But even with his millions and his 60,000 views on his song, which is not that good, he still comes here and visits me in chat or drops a comment. So clearly, I guess he's a bigger fan of me. And I'm just showing I'm equalizing and just doing the same. You watch me, I watch you. What can I say? We're sharing the algorithm together. So I really hope to see more comments from the fan base, the real fan base, because he ignores anybody that has dissented in any shape or form, and that's dangerous in and of itself. Shame on you, Ryan Upchurch, and all the yes men, and all of the simps, and all of the simp channels. You know who you are, especially the one that started out as a sheriff calling out all the simps. Gady, what happened to that energy? Did you get you got bought in because the attention was just too intoxicating and it fills that void? Apparently, that is your life. By all intents and purposes, I should be the one that's absolutely devastated and depressed or something. You got a wife and kids, but you still like to spend your time here and try to get my attention too in some weird ways. More power to you. Maybe it's art. I'm just not that bougie. So, Upchurch, what you doing with all that money? Oh, 4 o'clock in the morning, doing whisperisms and looking at NDAs of people you don't know and learning who their neighbors are. What the hell are you doing with your resources, man? You have the Rodney case ongoing. Uncle Dub, although he's representing himself, he's still coming at you, and he's got the funds and the ability. He seems intelligent despite what everybody wants to paint, as a narrative. And there's another case that's ongoing that I'm not 100% certain on. So, damn, Church, you got your work cut out for you. Keep on. You know what? I know his next song. I keep getting suinisms. It's gonna be I do filenisms and then I get suedisms.
The wrong one. Another thing it seems this group of people forgot was the kind of memory I have. You see this holster? My second show at Cotton Eye Joe's ever. 11:45 to 12 o'clock at night after the show, after the meet and greet, I met this girl named Jasmine. She was wearing a cowboy hat, a tiny necklace that was silver, and a grayish purple, like lilac looking shirt. And she made me this. She was a roper at the time, and her dad is the old owner of Cotton Eye Joe's. And she gave me this, and I still have it to this day. Her dad's name was Jib.
I couldn't help but laugh right there. Like, just the whole, this is a few years old now. Let me give it a good sniff. It's been just sitting here collecting, I don't know, dirt and dust and, some kind of mold. But let me just give a good. Oh, no. He hid Adderall in there. And that was the game plan. That was that 5, 6, 7, 8D chess kind of shit right there. We didn't catch. He'd expect us not to catch it, but I have an eye for detail. I saw that. We're on to you. Oh, what's that? Doing slanderisms? This is what you do every day of your life. And you wonder why people go after you. I see on your page, all you're sharing is you're creating the next generation of simps. Young reactors with 100 subs, Creek Squad, the cycle is going to continue, and it's going to keep on going, and that person's going to see you for who you are. He's going to see a reflection he does not like and learn of the other communities that claim your name. Watch. Mark my words.
You know, stuff that people tried to get rid of. Be loose. Here's your ring you tried to throw in the pond. You didn't think I seen you do that? I did. I found it. It'll only fit on my fucking pinky. It's because you're tiny. Look at Daryl. He looks so fucking happy, doesn't he?
Now this is really pathetic. This one I don't I'm still thank you. Pay no attention. Hold on. I'm gonna remove that. I get secret comments. Oh yeah. No, I removed it. All is good. I have secret chats too, guys. Supporters and friends. Oh boy, and also a stockpile of NDAs and Polaroids, just in case I ever want to defame and or slander or belittle the good times I had. What good memories I have left of the very people that have turned on me. Yeah, let me just pull out personal moments and show them off to the camera and make fun of them when they're not here because I'm such a badass, bona fide redneck. Take that.
He looks like he's up to nefarious stuff. He doing for? What a stud doing.
Given that that's the only friend that out of all the friends that have left you high and dry, he's the only one that claimed you were always jealous of him growing up. So the fact that you're picking him out, pointing at his picture and trying to emulate his facial expression is just kind of helping his case. Oh, and there's a full-on lie I saw, and I don't know if it's in this video or the next, so I want to kind of get this one clarified. When you have those, hey, I'm Upchurch, ask me anything questions, and you select very delicately which one you pick. Somebody said Deerdorf closed his account. That's sus, and that's what you say. False. At least look into it before you react. But here I am, first time reacting. Damn it. I just called myself out.
Broadnecks doing ranchism. The guy who owns that country rap show or whatever on YouTube, there he is in the back talking to me. All the way back to fucking Kid and Cliffy. I got all the fucking documentation that you could possibly fucking.
Yeah, no, real talk. This made me miss like Polaroid cameras and shit. I miss everything pre-digital age, by God. Shit. Story time, real quick. Okay. Me and in high school, me and a girlfriend, let's just say my first love in high school. We did some naughty time, and there was no digital anything to my knowledge. So I took pictures of one of those, like, you go out on a vacation and you just snap some pictures, just you get the film developed and dispose the camera. So we used that in the bedroom, and then I turned it in. Fucking damn it. When you're 16, don't do things. Just don't do anything. So I'm 16, I turn it in, and the creepy fucking guy reminded me of like Robin Williams from that movie. What was it called? Polaroid or something. He gave me the most cringy look when I came back for those photos. And you have that one card that shows all the pictures. So he showed me all the photos that developed, or I got to see them, and I noticed, well, the ones that I turned him in for. God, I was 16 years old. Okay, it was like 2001. He kept them. He developed them, and he kept them. That piece of shit. Yeah, my girlfriend from that time, and I still talk to her. I still know her. She knows that happened. Creepy piece of shit mother effer. So I guess, hey, that's 1 point for the digital age, I suppose. Anyway, boy, did I ever get distracted. Sorry, ex-girlfriend.
See this little iPad mini? You ain't never seen me hold this before, have you? No, you haven't. Do you know what's on this fucking mini?
Wait. Is I do I really appear angry? Drago Vukovic. If I appear so angry, I'm beside myself. My feelings are hurt, and now you're getting in touch with my more emotional side. I'm sorry. Drago. Just, fake accounts that hide behind anonymity. They take me to a place. And if I'm coming off angry to you, I don't give a fuck. I mean, that's cool, bro. Thank you for sharing your opinion and or comment. It will be filed in my NDA box right here. Let's see what's in the NDA box. Oh shit. Magnum condom, check. Fake maybe jewelry, check. Oh, hey. Old coins, Indian head pennies. Check. All right. Oh, it's the Depression era pennies. Yeah, my grandpa, my father, and me, we all collected coins, so I have a lot of those. I need to do Selenisms.
Oh, yeah. You wish you could see what's on my fucking screen. Remember when everybody started selling their cars? I'm doing selling my car. I'm doing selling my truck. Well, if it came from me, it probably had an air tag on it. And I've probably just been watching where everybody's fucking going. Acting all weird and shit. With that being said, where were you on June 15th at 3:05 a.m.? Think I'm fucking kidding? Aha! Beardorf. Starting with you, little buddy.
What? Okay, that was meant to be a joke, right? I can't tell anymore. Like, he's been a troll for so long, he's got lost in the troll sauce. Kool-Aid, lost in the Kool-Aid. Tweak Squad, you should let's invent a whole line of a drink of some kind. I don't know, energy drink maybe with a little extra Adderall for a buzz, or just put a package of Adderall on the can with the cans and call it Tweak Squad to get that tweak on. If you don't want to ask questions or have any independent thinking, drink Tweak Squad. Please take this, it's on us. Take this little mystery pill with every sip and find yourself more complacent than ever. You'll never ask another question again. Tweak Squad. Good. Or it could just be Creek Squad and be Creek Water. I don't know. With Adderall.
A list of stuff I want to ask you that involves Title 18, Code 371. You don't know what that is? Oh, it's federal conspiracy. There's an awful lot, way too many guys in these comments that are very mad that I'm on top of my shit for myself and for my family.
Bro, you ain't on top of shit except for literal shit. And it's all being siphoned through at least one of those court cases out of the 3. You're gonna at least, I don't know what you stand to lose anymore. Remember, all of those files were public until 2023. Very curious. And I've reminded this every opportunity I've had, so I think this should maybe be the last time unless I have reason to do otherwise. Him and his scumbag attorney, and I'll even offer the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the attorney was like, "This is a good time, crying. Let's give it a shot. I don't want you to have to worry about this at 4:00 in the morning when you're sniffing Adderall, allegedly, or not allegedly. I'm your attorney. Here's some Adderall, by the way. Don't do it as your attorney, but do it. But don't tell me about it. Yeah, let's go buy out the Rodney family, only to be declined twice. Right after the grandpa, who was probably the most and the loudest advocate of that family, can't wait to see the real outcome of that. I can't wait, because there's still people in your stupid fucking like tweaker circles that believe every word you said. And that's just sad. That means that either there's fear or they're truly manipulated, and you have effectively started, without intending to, a cult. Because by definition, almost, if you get enough people that don't dare question dear leader, well, then, and then you add tiers to it, or you start appointing gatekeepers until you get to the next level. If it quacks like a duck, looks like a duck, so on and so forth. Dear Upchurch, Rodney family, God bless. Please, Rodney family, show this man some humility. Made him eat a little crow, because maybe only then can he grow and do better. Because in my eyes, he lives in this YouTube bubble, this bubble boy world, as ACAL has pointed out time and time again, and he doesn't deal with shit in real life. Not that I've seen, unless it's, wanting to destroy his car and terrify his family.
Very weird. Y'all think NDAs are like weirdo shit? No. You being freaked out to sign one, that's some weirdo shit.
Controlling the narrative again. You see what he's doing? I have not seen any other independent artists or celebrities. Maybe you can just write it off as transparency. Oh, he's a super guy. He's showing us, right? I think he's trying to normalize it. He's trying to normalize the paranoia he has and lives off of nonstop. There is apparently words on these back streets through some of the content creators and channels. One of them posted this morning, allegedly, I'll put, because I don't have it confirmed, allegedly his mom wants to get him some help. I don't know who that chick was that showed the text messages, that she had that whole plan where, look, we'll make videos and then I'll upload them while you're in rehab or outpatient, so we can give the audience the illusion that everything's normal while you're getting the help you need. How many people have to reach out to you that are close to you and tell you that they want to help you and they're willing to do whatever it takes, and then you turn around and burn them? Which is why that lady showed those text messages. And what's in those very text messages? Hey, do you know where I can get some Adderall? Yeah, I covered that already.
Okay, so you scared for someone to know your name?
What's up, Garrett? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, he doing just being crazy-isms, and that's that. The music is, I tried. I really tried, especially with that last album. Nothing. There's nothing for me. Earlier stuff, I could bop my head to, man. But auto-tune, bro, on the single that you were really banking on so hard. Auto-tune? What are you, fucking Kesha from the 2000s?
Why? Unless you're a fucking weirdo.
So now you're strange if you don't just get invited to his house and he's like doing NDAism. Now you're the weirdo. You see how this works? 8D chess.
I mean, when I click y'all's profiles, y'all sure do look like some fucking weirdos.
Hey, Riddledrid, my props, my salutations. The most brilliant commentary comes from Riddledrid. Oh, and hi, any bushwhackers, snipers, if that's a thing still. It's okay to comment even if you disagree. We don't chase people off for having dissenting opinions. We enjoy and celebrate discourse and independent thinking, if you dare, unless you're worried about someone else that'll say in a private Discord, look at so-and-so over there in Progressive Patriots. Progressive Patriots says mean things about Upchurch that are all true, and we can't have our people in there seeing someone think for themselves. Shit, man. That'll get out of control. We have to contain it and quarantine it. Yeah, that's why I'm scared of Discord. But I do want to give my Discord to C-Files because, well, he's just smarter and better with it and less afraid.
Motherfuckers don't like it when you ask the right questions. And there's going to be a lot of people getting asked questions. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anybody who's ever done something that doesn't make sense in my career, you getting asked questions. I don't give a fuck if it was a Purdue
By that logic, Ryan Upchurch is sitting and fitting to do a whole interview for half of eternity. Is there such a thing? Okay, so he says, anybody that's ever done something that doesn't make sense, they're fitting to be asked some questions. Well, Upchurch, let's apply the same logic to you. You better find a real comfy seat, man. If Oprah didn't freak me out so damn much, I'd say she'd be sitting across from you. No, man, somebody needs to sit down with you and just take about 50 years to ask you a question about every creepy, stupid, weird, disillusioned thing you've ever done and why you just evade accountability like it's the plague. Never once I've heard sorry come from this man's fucking mouth. Like, what is that? What is that? 4 years I've been watching this guy's shit. Never a sorry. And he's done shit to be sorry for. Not even given every opportunity to the Rodneys. Never a sorry. Never. Doubles down, triples down.
She quit working for me for no reason, no explanation.
What's up, Great White Wolf? Good to see you. Thank you for commenting. I hope the Discords don't eat you alive. No, I kid. I know you are one of the other independent thinkers, and I salute that shit all the way. Appreciate it.
If it's a manager who quit with no explanation but told another person over here, like maybe somebody who helps with finances, everybody's finna get asked a lot of questions.
Well, unfortunately, when your dear mother had the court case, which is recirculating, it became very, very obvious, and it's factual. It's not only apparent, it's factual. Just watch Patty under oath. She said it was a shit show. The business, Blue Moon, Upchurch, everything, all the money coming in and the way it was spent, it was a shit show, and nobody knew what they were doing. And then he gets mad when he finds out the money is being siphoned or utilized in some other way. If he's the talent and he's doing everything, I get the spirit of independence, man. But if you want your bag, because that bag is getting chased after because of all this stupid trouble you're getting yourself into over nothing, over just going online and spouting your mouth and being so reckless with it. I wish people would be more outraged at the fact that you did defame, slander not only an entire family, but a child. Kylie Rodney was a child that was tragically taken from us and still given the opportunity on that Four Brothers podcast, who now suddenly want nothing to do with you. You said, oh, you just summarized it as apparently I'm getting sued because of this person, this girl I never met in my life, and I couldn't prove she existed, or it couldn't be proven to me that she existed. So he's still running with that shit. That should outrage everybody in every squad and fan base that likes to puff their chest about, oh, what about the kids? Let's protect them. How about that? And then the other poor girl, Kaylee Ross, you said this is really Kylie Rodney, and that poor girl can never have a social media presence again. Good job. You ruined how many lives with that stupid, reckless mouth?
Questions by some really good guys that I know that really want to know as well. And to anyone out there who's ever just been a part of my career in any way, if you're sitting back and you're thinking to yourself, he ain't asking me no questions, you don't have no goddamn choice. Do you understand that?
Wait. Okay, wow, this guy is narcissistic as hell. God complex of some kind. You have no control over the matter. If I have a question that needs to be asked, I don't care if a freaking wet team has to go and bag your ass and bring you to me. I'm going to ask you the questions.
Nobody's above the law, bitch.
No. He's going to get me. He's going to get me for anything. Literally, anytime. It could be a millisecond. All right, so this is old news right here, but I did want to watch a little bit of this and maybe have a laugh.
A dull moment in my life. So check this out. Me and my wife, we just left and went to Ashland City. We went to the ranch, check on it. Went to Tractor Supply.
This is where he frames it like he has proof that somebody is following him. Ryan, sir, Upchurch, The song's out. It dropped. It did not do as well as you were hoping, even with all the flapping of the gums and re-dropping the secret recordings like the snitch fed shit you are. It didn't do well, but you're still like, yo, look, somebody put zip ties here, or they took the M from my GMC label so they could follow me. Yes, it's clear as day. It must be that. Let's tie it back to a case that happened 2 years ago where somebody was in my woods or near my property. And then let me also completely slander and defame Deerdorf by sharing a news clip of somebody with his namesake and say that he committed second-degree unaliving. And, and my favorite response, one of my favorites, is him going to the police station and just taking a nap on the bench. Can't write this shit.
I got some shirts and whatever left there, going back through Ashland City. We always make a loop around River Bluff before we head back over the river. Okay. Well, so
yes, keep giving more examples about your location because you're so paranoid, clearly, right? That tracks.
we pull into River Bluff, we're driving, and we see this guy like arguing with the cops or something. Two guys. I think one of them had their shirt off.
Howdy, Maxwell. I hope you got your cowboy hat on. At least the emoji does, so you fit right in. Just don't question dear leader. Don't question dear leader. Question me. Don't question dear leader over here, though. We're going to call him Ryan Upchurch Jones because he's giving Kool-Aid to everybody.
And before we could drive by him, this guy yelled Upchurch. And I was like, what the f-? So we kept driving.
You mean somebody in your hometown or the town you were in recognized you because, you are a local celebrity? This is so strange. I need to make a IG short about it. And damn it, that progressive patriot, I'll block him and I'll just troll him on YouTube with my nonsensical comments. And for some reason, true story, I'll talk about his penis. Can't make that one up. Upchurch? I don't know whether I should say thanks, because I still don't understand your 8D chest ways. I just don't. Your level is so beyond me. It's that damn Adderall. You're cheating. You're cheating.
And obviously, because, some crazy drunk dude, and we got our daughter in the back. So we kept driving. There's two more cops. We pass by them. We make the loop. We come back. I stop and ask the first two cops about the farmer's market or whatever, because me and Beth, every chance we get, we try to.
His friends, or the people that he considers real friends, Riddledred, are they're only yes men. And the moment they dissent and call him out is when they're thrown to the vultures, or he'll completely just structure the most unfavorable narrative and clown them and sick his dogs, his little pups, his little tweaker Kool-Aid folk on them because they dared to speak the truth to him. This man is allergic to the truth, accountability, and I don't know what more to say. Like, accountability is equal to apologizing, or is it? No, accountability just means, yeah, I would say that would be a part of it. He just doesn't do those things. So how can a man grow if they avoid the very things that are necessary to become more mature and wise?
The farmer's market. And then we're finna drive by the other two cops going out. And then this dude, they ain't got no shirt on, the drunk dude or whatever. He's like, "Oh, Church, I need to holler at you." And I said, "Nope," out the window. He said, "Well, f you then." And I kept driving. I stopped at the other two cops on the way out. I said, "Who the f was that?" He said, "Oh, some guy thinks he's your cousin." I was like, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, guess I'm getting out of here." And we left.
Given Upchurch's track record, I don't know how much I believe, especially during that arc where he was talking about a package that was sent to him, and Deerdorf, he said, yeah, that I sent that package to him, and Upchurch, I guess, was so frightened of this thing sent by Deerdorf that he went to the police station, and you get two different sides of the story. Upchurch would say, "Oh, they were all with me." Like, yeah, this is so strange. Well, what do you say, Upchurch? That could be true. And then behind his back, when Deerdorf went there or they spoke to him, they're like, "Dude, he's crazy. He's out of his gourd, yada, yada." So I don't know. Somewhere in the middle is the truth.
Dude, but my wife made me realize something. She said, "How did that guy know it was you before we could even pass by for him to look in and see it was you?" I said, actually, that's a good question. I don't know. Well, we know how he knew, I think. The M on GMC has been missing for 3 weeks, and we don't know how. I mean, you have to pull it out. That's how he knew it was me. And don't forget, because these weird motherfuckers out here, remember the whole thing with the zip ties on the door handles?
I mean, that's pretty cut and dry there, Mr. Wolf. Let's just put it this way, okay? Right now, take away the people from 4, 3, 2 years ago. Let's be in the present, okay? Who is the representative of the Creek Squad? The Creek Squad. It's not this fella here. I mean, he may be on the top, but right below him, it's Johnny Dagburn Gobble or Gobble Dagburn. I don't give a fuck. That's the guy. He has stuffed down everybody's throats, and that seems to have been the straw that broke some of the camel's backs there, because they just weren't having it, and there's still fallout from that. But by God, yeah, that's some shit. Like, there's been such a long history of them beefing that you felt parasocially understanding of Upchurch's like reasoning, and then all of a sudden he's like, nope, forget everything that I told you. You know, and there was some pretty bad shit there. Okay, we've got harassment reports, sexual harassment reports, SA reports, stalking reports being filed with the police, the things that Gobble said about Ryan's unborn kid, and you know the list, you know the history, but forget all that. Listen to what I'm telling you. That's Creek Squad, and that's what Creek Squad's all about, because he slapped a guy who just got out of his truck. That's enough to get you on the inside. Word. Okay. And then the new house comes there soon after. Nothing sus about that. Yeah, Section 8 housing recipient. No question in my mind that it's ad revenue. It's just ad revenue and the whatever super chatting. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, maybe some of them $500 cash apps that could rack up a bit. That could definitely add up.
Well, all that is somebody marking your vehicle. Like the zip tie thing. Look that up. Zip ties on door handles. Look that up. I'm not saying this dude was in the cartel. I'm just saying you got to watch for stuff like that, because that's somebody marking your car. But there's no way that dude seen it was me before he yelled Upchurch. And I drive a very, very common truck. Like there's probably 300 of them in National City. But mine is the only one that has the M missing.
All right, I can't help it. This is driving, like, I don't even have, ADD, OCD, or whatever, but listening to this man struggle to breathe as he speaks is just killing me a little bit. I don't know if I have to tell you to listen a little closely. We've seen the dude without a shirt on recently. I'm not in the greatest of shape. I'm at 210. I'm getting pretty low, actually. I was at, 225, a couple months back, but quitting alcohol helps a lot. Can you hear this man? Clearly, he's out of breath just speaking after all the talking he's done over the years, it's about time it's catching up with him.
That's how that dude knew it was me. I would really like to know who that guy was.
All right, so check this out. I'm putting up some of my books, right? I collect old history books and that. And I'm sitting here going through my books, and I see this one, the 12th of August.
In the name of that creepy ass mofo, Tony Dodge, we got another super chat. And hopefully that voice is not annoying enough for you to give me another. Okay. Yeah, that was cringy as shit. It's amazing how that stuck for as long as it did. You guys are champs for being able to sit that one out.
It caught my eye because 12th is spelled different. I'm looking through it and I'm like, oh, okay. This is the story of Buford Pusser, right? And I flipped the page and I was like, oh, that's interesting. On the 12th day of August, they shot.
Is this where he deciphers Ickid mail? Well, I heard Mike 12 Point has been a little MIA. What's the matter? 12 Point, where you at? No hatred, man. All due respect. But if your entire existence is predicated upon, I guess, you're the golden goose who's not so golden anymore, being on top of his A game, it makes sense that you'd maybe have a little absence on the YouTubes. I get it.
Awesome. Check out this.
Stiff, man. How's it going, bro? Hey, thanks for sharing my link at that other chat while they were playing PGA golf or Call of Duty. I appreciate that, bro. That was good looks. Welcome, by the way. God bless. God bless.
This is number 32 of 100, signed and numbered by Tootsie and artist.
All right, so it's the first video that I watched that I didn't see. This one, however, I did see.
Found some weird comments.
You know, mother can't handle the truth. People want to be extra all the time and all this other bullshit. But I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't give a f if it's the citizens or the police that is set, if you're selling, or hell, even if you're wait. I just don't give a f, don't care. Go and look the other way. But when it comes,
Hey, man, just got to share that appreciation, getting that word out. I feel you. Thank you, man. Like right in the heart. I hope like somewhere in there, one of those magnificent souls was the one that sent that very special panelists during the open panel Anything Goes. Because by God, when I put Anything Goes in the title, it was taken very literally. As a result, I do have for future StreamYard open panels, an overlay that is meant. So thank you for teaching me about security. Can't be too safe these days. No, all good though. All good.
a child, bro, everybody should be fighting child. We should be allowed to have them motherfuckers in the streets, feed them to alligators, whatever the. We should be.
No one's going to argue with this. So this is kind of the easiest denominator to kind of like not even fall in the sort of. You're not going to get anybody that's like, hey, yeah, no, we all agree. Absolutely. People like you already. You're not going to get new fans. I've never heard of the idea of protecting kids. But, you know, hey, very extravagant take to share.
Able to get
Eyeballs wig me out a little bit, though. I feel like it's a bit of a vortex effect. My God, that pupil. Holy shit. You could fit my condom right into that eye. My condom by itself, nothing else. Okay? Just it would go right in like a fucking black hole. Whoop. Fucking great. Damn.
rid of them. There should be a hunting season for them. You know, I find it very odd.
Okay, all right. Yes. You go to certain locations and it's blocked and you go, okay, all right. You know what? Upchurch, thank you for all you do for YouTube and your fans. By the way, my only curiosity, Ryan Upchurch, if you still are watching my content while effectively blocking me on IG, because yes, I know I'm so intimidating. I'm such a veritable wordsmith. Why aren't you answering to any of the people that are innocently asking why you are not refunding the people that bought and paid money for the tickets of your last concert before you pulled that whole, all those shenanigans? Like, you're evading that question more than you evade accountability. You're running from that question more than, come on, somebody help me out here. What's something Upchurch has? You are running away from answering to the fans that paid money for the concert that never was more than you dodged ACAL for like the 6 months until he had to make a fucking YouTube video just to reach you. The man went to your house, knocked on your door. One of your servants just took the gift he had and said, bye-bye. Damn it, Upchurch. I really hope you start to learn or show us that you are capable of learning from mistakes. But as it stands, you just continue to show that you learn nothing. And the simps that are out there, I'm sorry, I cannot share any empathy for anybody that doesn't simply call out anything wrong when they see something is wrong. And yes, doxing someone just because they share your name and for a moment it fit in your conspiracy-headed, riddled, Adderall, sniffed-out head. And yes, it's blurted out here. This is the address. Then you tell your fan base, I'm going to send somebody to go and fuck everybody up in that house. Are you going for like a record here in terms of most lawsuits? Oh, I'm not sharing the stream, am I? I'm not. Yeah, this picture right here. He shares the address. Again, not learning from mistakes of the past, proving that you can't learn anything. And you're doing it again, and you're doing it worse. You just, there's no question on what you're doing. And where's the people holding him accountable in his circles? Huh? Yes, gobble, since right now you're the bishop. Patty Lynn, we were always so cordial and friendly. I hope you said something to him. People in his circle, I hope whoever's got his back and is left, please tell him this shit is just wrong, morally wrong, reprehensible, sickening. And it's examples like this that one day are going to be the reason we don't have the freedoms that we used to enjoy so much that we currently enjoy. Oh, wait, look, this is awesome right here. Drago has been, nothing says fan like waiting in the backdrop and watching the whole live. And damn, I look like a lesbian with a head lice haircut. What do you think? Do I pass as a dyke? I would go for some lesbian. Any lesbians in the chat? Lesbians? Oh, hey, Drago. How's the lesbianisms going? So you're a bushwatcher. Well, at least you've upgraded from bushwatcher to bushwhacker to actually engaging in the chat twice now. You get a gold star. Appreciate it. And the sick burn, lesbian haircut, lice. I'm not going to be able to sleep. I'm just going to dream of that comment all night. I'm calling out of work. And I'm going to tell my boss it was Drago Vukovic, a random nobody that's afraid of sharing who he really is, because clearly there's some personal issues there. Hurt my fifi so damn much. And yeah, that's obvious. I'm too thin-skinned for this. No. That's see, Vals, you can't see a compliment when it's right there. Being told you have a lesbian lice-esque haircut, I couldn't think of anything sweeter. Let's see. And I'll give the last word to, wait, no concert, no refunds? That's all right. Riddle Drid, that's right. He burned his real fans in real life, not just in YouTube world. I mean, out here in the real world where we work for a living and provide for our families, took that money and that was that. He was going through a hard time, and that's what we're all supposed to accept. Maybe this is a distraction from that and not because of new music release. Oh, God. Now I'm looking for the BS cripes. Don't look too deep, because if you fall into the Kool-Aid pond, that is Upchurch, the Upchurch vortex, as Gotcha Man once put it, you may never, ever see the light of day again. Thanks for hanging out tonight. This went longer, as it always does, because I love it. I enjoy the platform. You can expect the controversial stuck in the middle to return. And I've given Uncle Dub, if he so accepts, because I am still in correspondence via email, the option to go on Stuck in the Middle or here. Totally up to him. So that's a little bit of updating and news. Oh, and that, there's alt accounts of me going around trying to stir shit. Always check and verify, validate who the hell's saying what, especially when it's your shit. God bless. Good night. BSR, C Fouls, Riddle Drid, Joe Pon, Drago, I haven't forgot you. You fiery little something or another. You random sad person. Let's see. Let me check his profile. You got anything, or did you just like make? Let's see. Go to channel. Oh, look. Yep. August 16th, 2025. Nothing. Well, it's. I am honored that you created an entire new identity just to burn me. Sick burn twice. All right. God bless for real. Have a great night, y'all. Appreciate it. I'm going to try to play some Metal Gear before I have to wake up again and do the workinisms tomorrow. Or maybe I'll just go the Upchurch route and make a bunch of Kool-Aid and see who sips it. Peace.